Tinubu given 48 hours to resign or suspend his fantastic minister. Young Progressive Party gives President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 48 hours to suspend the Interior Minister Tunji Ojo over alleged corruption. The party therefore called on the president to immediately suspend Tunji Ojo while seeking a comprehensive and independent investigation into the alleged misconduct involving the appropriate authorities and agencies. The Young Progressive Party has given President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 48 hours to suspend the Minister of Interior, Mr. Olabunmi Tunji Ojo, over his alleged involvement in the over 3 billion naira fraud in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. The party made this known in an open letter addressed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and signed by the national chairman of the party, Comrade Emmanuel Bishop Amakeri. The Young Progressive Party cited abuse of office as its reason for calling for the removal of Tunji Ojo, saying it would deter him from further abusing public office. The statement reads, "We have gathered evidence that a company owned by Minister Tunji Ojo, New Planet Project Limited, was paid a total of 438.1 million naira by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation under the leadership of Dr. Betta Edu for consultancy services. This payment was part of the 3 billion naira awarded to several consultants for the National Social Register contract, which was intended for cash transfers and social investment programs. The payments made to Minister Tunji Ojo's company, New Planet Project Limited, include 279 million naira for the verification of the list and an additional 159 million naira for the same purpose. It is worth noting that the company, which was registered on March 3rd, 2009 with the registration number 804833, has Minister Tunji Ojo and his wife Abimbola listed as directors, with Badamasi Clement as the company's secretary. We strongly believe that Minister Tunji Ojo's actions are in direct violations of the Nigerian Constitution and the Code of Conduct Law. Sections 5 and 6 of the Code of Conduct Law clearly prohibits public officers from engaging in conflict of interest and participating in any business other than farming. It is also known fact that a contract of this magnitude could not have been approved except by the Federal Executive Council meeting, of which Minister Tunji Ojo is a member. Minister Tunji Ojo, who knew he had an interest in the New Planet Project Limited, had deceived the Federal Executive Council into approving the contract for him without even informing the Federal Executive Council that he is a shareholder in the same company. This is deceitful, mischievous, and obtaining by false pretense, the letter also reads. The party also accused Talis Apalowo, the coordinator of the National Program Manager for Grants for Vulnerable Groups, of acting as a frontman for Tunji Ojo to secure the contract. During the 9th National Assembly, Mr. Apalowo served as the chairman of the House Committee on NDDC as a legislative assistant to Tunji Ojo, who was member of the House of Representatives. Furthermore, the party alleged Apalowo was part of the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Betta Edu's advance team that received a total of 2,515,100,000 naira for DTA daily travel allowance for 5 nights local running expenses at 30% of DTA flight tickets and airport taxes to Kogi State, which does not have an airport, 2,515,000 naira in total. The party therefore called on the president to immediately suspend Tunji Ojo while seeking a comprehensive and independent investigation into the alleged misconduct involving the appropriate authorities and agencies. It was also reported by reporters that as of Tuesday, that Apalowo, who was in charge of the 3 billion naira paid to the numerous companies for consultancy services, was a loyalist and former legislative aide of Tunji Ojo. Tunji Ojo represented Okoko North Federal Constituency in Ondo State between 2009 and 2023 before he was appointed as Interior Minister by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was also reported how Tunji Ojo's company was paid a total of 438.1 million naira by the Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Ministry for consultancy services. The company New Planet Project Limited was one of the consultants awarded contracts from the 3 billion naira given out by suspended Minister Betta Edu for the National Social Register contract. The company was initially paid 279 million naira for verification of the list and another 159 million naira for the same purpose. The social register verification is for vulnerable people living in the country. Apalowo heads the unit. A check by reporters revealed that the New Planet Project Limited has the Interior Minister and his wife Abimbola as directors. A source in the Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Ministry also confirmed that Apalowo, a former legislative aide of Tunji Ojo, was in charge of the consultancy contract. Apalowo was his former legislative aide, whom he lobbied to be appointed as the National Project Manager for the GVG under the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry, which gave the consultancy job, the source said. Now, most Nigerians don't know that this National Project Manager for the grants of vulnerable groups, Talis Olotinte Apalowo, served as his former legislative aide, Tunji Ojo's former legislative aide, and is the same NPM that is in charge of the consultancy contract which the minister's company got. Another source also revealed that he lobbied the appointment for his former legislative aide, Thalis Olitete Apalowo, as National Project Manager for the GVG. The same Apalowo was one of the delegates listed to travel by air from Abuja to the unknown Kogi airport. A former check on Apalowo's Facebook page showed he has the photograph of the Interior's Minister as his profile picture. He was also seen in many pictures wearing the campaign attire of Tunji Ojo. It was reported that Tunji Ojo's action is against the Nigerian Constitution and Code of Conduct law, and other beneficiaries of the 3 billion naira contract include Fabumi Olinimpekun and Co., which got 419.5 million naira, Vinsov Global Consultant, which was paid 558.58 million naira rather. Periscope Consultancy got 277 million. Blue Trend Enterprise was paid 277.8 million. Light Up Dynamic Interlink Services got 277 million. Memark Nigerian Limited was paid 277 million, and MC Van Management Consultant Limited got 275.8 million, while Danzinga Nigerian Limited 275.8 million naira.